Next up is relationship marketing, and this relates pretty closely to what I was just talking about because relationship is part of that IMC structure as well. In terms of relationship marketing, though, it's a form of marketing that's prioritizing retaining existing customers instead of just continually attracting new customers. So you want to create those lasting relationships to get customers to stick around. And that is going to mean that you don't need to be constantly pumping resources into trying to attract new customers, which some would say is a little bit more tricky than just retaining who you've already managed to get, especially when you got hostile competitive industries. That can be really tricky. So the whole idea is fostering consumer loyalty, repeat purchases, and then customer referrals as well. If you do manage to retain existing customers, then that can actually help you with attracting new ones as well, because they will have that idea of word of mouth. They'll recommend you to other people. They'll do reviews that will shed you in that positive light. So that is where you can have this flow on effect of just focusing on current customers. And this is a long-term strategy, and it's going to achieve efficiency and cost effectiveness as opposed to pumping, like I said, resources constantly into finding new people, because there's only so many customers out there. If you're constantly losing people, then it's going to be hard to then gain people, because those people who are looking for different options are going to think, why is it that the company can't attract and retain customers? If customers are leaving, then there must be a reason for that. So there's a bunch of strategies here as well. You can seek and act on customer feedback as part of this relationship marketing format. You can also have loyalty programs to get people to stick around, and that can involve discounts. It can involve anything that's going to get people to keep coming back in order to have those rewards and benefits that they'll get. Integrating consumers into social media posts is a big one with user-generated content, and maintaining that idea of communication, like I said earlier, that idea of balance between too much and not enough. Quality products and customer-focused service. So that is the crux of a business. You just want to be offering something that's of value, and that's going to incentivize people to stick around as well. So let's have a look at some examples of good relationship marketing. First up is Starbucks. So Starbucks has a loyalty program, which is one of those examples we just saw, and it provides members with access to exclusive offers, invitations to different events, and then access also to free drinks. So it communicates with customers through emails regularly, and customers are encouraged to submit ideas, requests, and feedback because they have a dedicated website for that. So you can see a few of those strategies we just looked at are being used here. We've got loyalty programs, we've got rewards, we've got feedback and acting on feedback, and then also we've got this idea of user-generated content and integrating customers into social media. So they seek out different stories from customers, and they feature those stories on their social media feed, and then also repost user-generated content as well. That's giving the person who generated the content to begin with some exposure, and it's also helping the business because it's showing that it does have that relationship with customers. It's establishing this kind of reputation that is then going to attract other people to the business as well. GoPro has a similar idea focused on the idea of rewards and user-generated content. So it's got a program called GoPro Awards, and it's giving the opportunity for GoPro users to use their products, get photos and videos, and then if they win the award, then they receive money and discounts and gear, and then also that global exposure on GoPro's social media in return. So various things that can all be used together to incentivize this relationship maintenance for customers with a business.